It was a quiet Saturday afternoon, the kind of afternoon where the house felt still, almost peaceful. I was home alone, folding laundry in the living room, planning dinner and thinking about the weekend ahead. Sunlight streamed softly through the curtains, and everything felt ordinary until the front door opened unexpectedly. My stepson, Ethan, walked in. He stopped when he saw me standing there. I wasn't expecting him, and clearly he wasn't expecting me either. For a heartbeat, neither of us spoke, just silence. Awkward, heavy, unfamiliar. He muttered a soft, "Sorry, I just came to grab something," and hurried upstairs. I stood there longer than necessary, touching the warm cup of tea in my hands. I kept replaying that moment in my head, realizing how much distance had quietly grown between us over the past year. Ethan had been quiet ever since his parents' divorce. When I married his dad, I told myself I'd love him like my own. But no matter how hard I tried, there was always a space between us. Invisible, but unmissable. That evening, I told my husband what happened. He smiled gently and said, "He's just shy. Give him time." But something told me it was more than shyness. It was pain, maybe confusion, maybe loss. The next morning, Ethan walked into the kitchen while I was making breakfast. He hesitated, then said softly, "Can we talk?" We sat in the living room, the same room where we spent many days pretending everything was normal. His hands shook a little as he spoke. He told me he felt displaced. He missed the home he once knew, the routines he once had, the mother he lived with. He said seeing me here, comfortably in the space he used to call his, made him feel like a stranger in his own life, like his world had moved on without him. And my heart broke. Not because of what he said, but because he had carried that pain alone. I reached for his hand and told him something I should have said long ago. I'm not trying to replace anyone. I just want to be someone you can count on. We can learn together, slowly, if you're willing. For the first time we met, he smiled. Small, but real. "Maybe I didn't give you a chance," he whispered. We both laughed quietly, and in that moment, something shifted between us. A wall softened, a door opened. Since that day, we changed. Not overnight, not perfectly, but beautifully. We cook dinner together sometimes, we share music, we sit in silence that no longer feels heavy. He tells me about school, I tell him stories about my childhood. We're building something new, piece by piece, day by day. Families aren't always born from blood. Sometimes they're built from understanding, patience, and the courage to begin again. That quiet afternoon, the one that felt awkward and uncomfortable, became the moment our story finally began.